whatever we say is for those ones that cannot join us and for you to watch once more, because I will be sharing many information and you don't want to miss it. Yeah. So we start this with introducing once more Vendula, emotional intelligence specialist, who actually came up with this idea of vision board. It's her idea, right? I'm just like kind of co-hosting. And what are we going to do today, Vendula?
So today we will create, we will take the action.
We will take the action. Fantastic.
Yeah.
So today it's my presentation time. So it took me 2 or 3 days to prepare presentation with like useful things so that I can inspire you even more in case you are not creating immediately. But you can take notes, and whatever resonates with you, you take. Because remember, it's even with nutrition, with anything else, what doesn't sound like good idea for you, just let go. And what is good, write down. Yeah. So I am going to share the screen. And it's done in Canva, right? Because I also love Canva. I was creating in Canva today the pictures here, right? And I was saving them. You can see that I have for every area, like family, love, and home, new ones. I have quotes. And if you would ever want, I can actually share with you my templates, and you can use exactly the same templates that I'm using, right? You just drop me a note and say, I Blanca really like the blue one, or I like this, or like that. Just send it to me, and that will be easier because it's very easy to share it. But now I go to the presentation. So if you are ever using this for presentation, it's very easy. You just click present, and voila, here we have it. And I can actually make it like this. I will do it. I wanted to do it that it's next to it, but now I don't know which one it is. It should have been this one. Do you know, Vendula, which one it is when it's like side by side? Because now it's not showing me, but no problem. Because I can like see, I will make it like this so that you actually see it. So we start here. So what I'm going to share with you today, we will look at why the pictures, why they speak louder than words. Then I will teach you this Feng Shui technique of how you can actually do it in every area of your life. We will look at this possibility and probability so that you actually create real, realistic goals and dreams and intentions. And then I will dive into a little bit of like spirituality and psychology and neurology by explaining to you what is the difference between conscious and subconscious mind. Then I will tell you, I will give you like one tip for one exercise, which is called I'm Enough. Then together we will create a doorway drill. So that will be like brainstorming. And then of course, I will share with you some more technical tips and tricks, how you can do it. Is everybody ready? Yeah. Fantastic. So we dive in. So the pictures speak louder than words. And why is it good to have pictures on the vision board? Because everybody who sees the picture has their different meaning, right? So for example, if I'm looking at this picture, at my age, not having a partner, it doesn't mean that I would want to have a child with my partner. But for somebody who is planning to have children, it has completely different meaning, right? This can, for example, mean for me that I wish that my sister finally conceives, or I'm looking forward when my children are like giving birth and I become a grandmother, something like this. Or when somebody is standing on the mountains, again, completely different meaning, right? Somebody who had like some injury and they finally achieved to walk again. Somebody who lost 20 kilos and is able to hike with their family. So that's why the pictures speak more than words, because it would take us such a long time to write it on a paper. And I bet you that if you were to walk along your vision board and there were written words, you would never read them. But the picture will always remind you of your why you are doing what you are doing. Why is it on your vision board? So all the pictures can be about like friends, family members, and you can have there even some keys and objects. So for example, I always have, like every single year, I have on my vision board this heart that my daughter made when she was like 6. Now she doesn't make anything like this for me, right? But it's just so nice because it represents the love that we have like with the children in the family. Or I, for example, always have on my vision board my favorite animal. Do you have your favorite animal, Vendula?
For me, it's the dogs, but
It's
my
dogs.
daughter, it's the fox as well.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, she's a big lover of foxes.
Yeah, I also, and it's usually that we associate ourselves with these animals, right? And I always wanted to be kind of like smart, foxy, right? And I even like the look they have. I think they're like really smart and the wisdom and everything. So I always have this beautiful fox on my vision board. And what would be your, or what is your favorite animal?
I've got it on my board. Horse.
Horse, is it?
Mhm.
Wow. Are you horse riding?
Not yet. One of my goals for the year, but I associate myself with a horse because I'm very freedom loving.
Oh yeah, and you know that's so nice. Like you capture it because there is even this meaning, right? What it means for you.
What is even the picture in the back? Those are horses.
Is it? Oh wow, white horses, right? White. Now I can see it. Yeah, beautiful. Horses are amazing animals as well. Yeah, I love them, and they feel a lot.
Yeah, they're very sensitive. So
Mhm,
that's also I'm also very sensitive. So
Yeah.
we won't go into
Yeah,
it's my animal.
Fantastic. Simone, do you have any animal that you associate with yourself or like?
Sorry, I meant to put my video on then. I don't know. I've never really thought about it, and I'm not a, it sounds awful, I'm not a massive animal lover. I kind of admire birds because they have freedom and can, you know, sort of fly everywhere. I don't know if it's an affectionate thing more than an admirational thing. But you know, I've always got a desire to travel more than I have done to date. So maybe that association kind of makes me feel quite positive and think that they're very lucky as animals.
And that's very nice. And do you know what I also like? That you were now like spontaneous and basically you really took what your heart was telling you, right? It's this like feeling, because sometimes when we think about it for a much longer time, we try to like make strategic moves in what we will say and why. But when it comes like naturally, it's very good. Yeah. So maybe you will find some picture of like which bird you like, and you can maybe even play this game with your children and ask them like, what's your favorite animal? Like, throw it on me now, and whatever they say. Yeah. Sonia, is there any animal for you? You can even type it in the chat. Let's see, we have something in
I
the
think
chat.
she said a deer.
Oh yeah, deer, I can see it. Yeah. Deer. And do you want to type like why deer? Because deer is also a very nice animal. So I wonder. So if you don't want to type, you don't have to. But if you want to type, then we will check like why deer is your favorite animal. Yeah. So this is like something that you can have there. And the same, for example, for this object. For somebody, it can be like dried flower. Like somebody gave you a rose, right? And that rose has a massive meaning. I used to like dry roses from whoever I got it. I don't have anything like this anymore. So it's a unique meaning. And even if you have, for example, like partners or parents or anybody coming to your house, the good thing is that with pictures, you don't have to hide it because they don't know the meaning behind it. Yeah. And it motivates you. And if you want, you can about everything even write like why, right? Finding this why you want it, why you like it. Yeah. And it's a daily reminder. So now we know why pictures. So we go to the next slide. And here I want to start telling you about this Feng Shui. Have you ever heard about Feng Shui? Yeah. Do you practice it at home, for example, like where you have something in the living room or No? That can be actually, Simone, quite interesting for you now, like when you are renovating the house, knowing, you know, in the energy, so that the energies are flowing. So you know that, for example, in yoga, let me just check. Live near the forest. Okay, I just wanted to know, like, why was Sonia saying that deer is her favorite? Nice, yeah, must be a nice place living near the forest. Sorry, I clicked here. Yeah, so you know that, for example, in Chinese medicine, they always say about this qi, this energy is floating through the organs, right? And there is this clock of the organs. Or, for example, in yoga, we have prana, right? This energy that is floating through the body. So it's basically everywhere. And that's why, if I move it in here, you will see that the health is in the center, in the heart of everything, and has the yellow color. And then, for example, even in your bedroom, objects that are for relationship should be in the right corner, right? So when you enter through the door, right corner is a relationship, left is wealth, and that can be, for example, stones, like precious stones that are in these colors, and you can have it in different parts. The sky can be in a living room, it can be anywhere. And we are today going to do it on a vision board. But again, you don't need to, because, for example, Vendula has more creative vision board than I have, right? Because I will do it in this like system. So you can do it in whatever way it speaks. So I present mine, and Vendula will present hers. Is there anything, Vendula, that you would want to say about this?
Yeah, I think this is actually a very nice guide, basically how to organize, like you say, the topics you would like to have on your vision board. After, like you said, I always suggest to people that they can create it according to also their flow and what matters to them. So yeah, maybe you can see mine from 2018, which is not at all respecting this, but it speaks to me, and it still has a meaning to me. So yeah, I encourage you, like you say, to do it. Really, it's just a suggestion, but I think it's a really nice way.
Yeah.
And I also like the idea of the colors that you can add also behind.
And if you are not going to print it all, you can even, for example, if you are creative and you like painting, you can take the pencils and you can maybe just, you know, draw with the color of the relationship or fame or wealth around it, right? So it doesn't have to be in a printed version if you don't like that. So what's very important also when we are creating this vision board, you need to talk like it already is. Because when we talk to the universe is catching, it's like an echo, right? And it's catching the words. So if I, for example, say, I don't have money, it hears this don't, and it's not going to give it to you. Or if you say, I want more money, it will make you to want it. So it will say, okay, you will want them even more, right? But I have plenty. I have abundance of money. Money are flowing to me from unexpected places. When you speak like this, then the universe is giving you even more of it. It's like a boomerang, right? So anytime when you are saying something, you have to be aware of it. And I, for example, have clients that sometimes tell me, but I don't have money. It's expensive for me. So whatever is coming out of you, that's how you are always going to feel. So we need to change this mindset. Yeah. So having this attention and showing to the universe that you have a plan and you are working on it on your own, and universe is going to like help you to have it even more. So if you, for example, know this amazing book, Alchemist from Paulo Coelho, it's, as Vendula always says, it's a book of, Vendula?
Hope.
Book of hope, right? I love it. I'm reading it now for the 4th time because it just gives me the hope in every area of my life. And I highly recommend reading it. Yeah. So the second important thing when you are doing your vision board is the belief. You must truly believe it, because sometimes we say something, but somewhere deeper inside us, we know that we are not going to do it. Yeah. So I give you an example. I, for example, have this course, Eat Clean, Get Lean. And in December, I was saying to somebody, that would be amazing to have there like 60 women. But then in me, I was thinking about 60. How would I answer all the questions? How would I do all the things? I don't want more than 10. So the universe, what do you think I got? Only 10, because I said 10, right? If I was sticking to the 60, maybe I would have 60. So whatever you say, you need to stick to it. Yeah. So if you say, I want to run marathon, but then you say, but the Basel 10 kilometers run is also going to be good enough, then this is what you will actually get. Yeah. Because you must have this right vibrational energy. So like really, when you believe that like everything is possible, you will achieve it. Do you have any question around this? No questions. Okay. If there are any time when there are questions, Vendula, are you checking the chat? Yeah. If
Yeah, I'm checking.
Yeah. So Vendula
sure.
is like responsible for the chat. Vendula, do you have anything to add to this?
Oh, I think you explained it very clearly. I think that we need to be really clear about what we want, and then stick to it, like you say, not to let this doubt,
perfect.
come in, and then really stand up for what we are dreaming about.
And also we need to clear space for something new. And clearing space is you are getting rid of what doesn't serve you anymore. And sometimes it can be people. Like we have people that were walking on the path with us. We were on the same path doing the same journey. And now we are not. And sometimes people say, but I cannot get divorced or I cannot break up because there isn't any serious reason for it. But if you deep in your heart feel that that relationship, the purpose that you had together with the person is accomplished, you must let go, right? And move on the path. And this is even, for example, with the job. So you might be doing a job that pays well, and there is this security of it. But deep down in your heart, you know that you have a passion for, I don't know, traveling, writing, painting, baking cakes, taking pictures, like photography, and that you would want to turn it into the business. So you are scared, and there is this inner conflict. But what if I don't make enough money? What if I don't have clients? That's what we had with Vendula as well, right? We were both working in corporate, and then we just like changed the career. So I just invite you to reflect about it and to ditch this inner conflict, because we are always going to have this like inner critic in us that it's saying, Blanca, forget it. You can't get it. You can't do it. Yeah. But you have to explain to this inner critic that everything is possible. Yeah. And sky is the limit. We have here one chat. Such wise words, Blanca. Yeah. And we are vibrationally with Simone on the same page. That's why she found me and I found her, to learn from her. And it's amazing. We always meet people for the right reason at the right time. Yeah. So let's start. So we see on this picture that wealth is a purple color, and purple is actually the color of the year 2022. I was just reading about it, one article. Yeah. And it's about wealth and prosperity. But I would say that wealth is not only about money. So it's not materialistic like the house and how much I have in the bank. But wealth, it's also the knowledge and the experiences that we get on this amazing journey. Yeah. So I would invite you to first start with this like appreciation and gratitude of what you already have, because then the universe will hear it, because you are saying it in a present tense. I'm grateful for this amazing friends that always give me honest feedback. I'm grateful for the amazing house and the warm floor and a soft bed that I can wake up in. Vendula, what are you grateful for?
I'm grateful to be here with you this evening. I
Fantastic,
mean,
me too.
I am always searching for to be grateful for little things in
Yeah.
daily life.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And what are you grateful for?
Being here because it's resonating, because I'm going through some decision making, letting go of the old, bringing in the new, and I had to laugh when you said purple is the color for 2022 because my mum gave me a purple jumper for Christmas.
Wow, but that's
And
amazing.
it's my favorite jumper.
That's a sign from the universe.
Yes.
Because there are always these synchronicities that are happening. And if you hear purple, purple, purple from different places, there is some meaning. Simone, what are you grateful for?
I think first and foremost that everyone in my family is healthy. And I mean, like you say, because I've renovated a house, it's a materialistic thing to do, but I've made some big changes and I am so grateful that I'm able to do it. Even though it was a messy, long story, I was even grateful for being able, fortunate enough to move out and then back in. Oh gosh, there are so many things for having my children, and a loving family, and a loving husband. Yeah, I could go on all night, but there's just a few.
That's so nice, right? The people that surround us, that's like the friends. I love this phrase and we have it at home. Friends are like stars. You don't always see them, but you know that they're always there for you. It's so true and so deep and so nice. Maybe this can be a quote for your vision board as well, right? You can like find it on internet, write it with your own hand, and knowing that the people that love you, this unconditional love, they will always be there for you, and they love you exactly as you are, without makeup, in like clothing or no clothing, good mood, bad mood. They just love you for who you are. Sonia, would you like to type for us what are you grateful for? Let me see if Sonia is going to say something. And Vendula, I also wanted to ask you if you want to check if like Chiara or somebody else, if they send you like an email, because sometimes there can be like technical difficulties to join us, so that we don't miss anybody. And Sonia, whenever you feel to, I'm grateful for being here. Fantastic. Yeah. Nice. And I hope that you have a pen and paper or your pictures or everything, and we start creating. So with the wealth, I, for example, today, because it was in purple, so I, for example, created like this, because I use the same structure, and I am going to show you how I put it on my vision board. So we see that it's in the left corner. So I'm going to put it into the left corner. Yeah. And then you can do something like this. So whatever it is for you, like wealth, prosperity, what it means for you, like what is wealth and prosperity for you, which can be, and you know what, it can be even materialistic. I have it materialistic as well, because we have to say that money, people sometimes have block around money, and they say money is dirty, having lots of money is bad. But no, money is energy. And Japanese are saying arigato in, arigato out, right? So they're grateful for like giving the money, because then the money always come back to you. And that's why we should be grateful. So for example, if you are paying me for the course, you basically say, arigato out, and you are saying thank you for the service that you are providing me. And I say arigato in, and I say thank you for believing in me and paying for workshops like this, or for courses where I put my heart, right? So it's an exchange of energy. So money is a good thing, especially if you use it for a good purpose. Yeah. So it's nice. Then we have fame, right? And fame and the reputation, right? So fame, sometimes we connect this word like with these celebrities like Kim Kardashian, but fame can be even that somebody knows about some inventors that help us with something, right? So they want to get famous so that they can spread their vision, mission, and their life purpose. So I also, for example, want to be famous, right? I want to be a #1 nutritionist in Switzerland. This is basically my goal, so that I can serve to more people and they can believe that I will give them all the best, right? And it's connected with the color red and the fire. And here are the reflection words of like clarity and integrity. Yeah. Vendula, would you like to comment?
Oh yeah. For me, I would say, like you said, the word fame itself, it can be quite conflicting. But for me, it's like impact, your impact on the world around you. And for example, for me, this dream is really to write a book for parents and children to help them really communicate about the emotions and emotional intelligence. So this is something, it's really, it's not about fame, but it's really about bringing the value and helping and serving people around you.
Fantastic. And what comes to your mind with fame, clarity, and integrity?
I've just finished my coaching CTI certification. So
congratulations, that's amazing.
Last year, end of year. So what I would like to be known for is bringing people back to their life purpose.
Very
That's
nice.
what I do.
Yeah. And that's, you know, we need people like this because it's so many people lost on their like journey and they need somebody who will help them. Yeah. Very
and
nice.
Especially ladies. I seem to have a niche for ladies. They kind of they come to me, they kind of, you know, popped out. I don't know what they happened to it, but I was really quite like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Bringing them back to their true power. That's what I like to focus on.
And do you know what also happens very often? We attract people to us that have similar problems as us because there is this mirror. So whatever we see in that person, we find even in us, and we can like progress in our own journey. Very nice. Simone, what about fame, clarity, integrity? Does that resonate with you?
At first it didn't, because I've always thought there'd be nothing worse for me than being a famous person, because it'd been given up my privacy. But this is a different way. So the question is really, what would you like to be known for?
Yes, yeah. And really phrased it nicely because it sounds much better. Yeah. What do you want to be known for? Yeah, very nice.
Oh gosh, these are things I've never really thought about before. Maybe I've been a bit lost. Maybe my caring side. Something that I've thought about in the last 2-3 years is, you know, I'd really find it fulfilling to do something like charity work, to give back. I've always, you know, been busy with, you know, my career and 3 children and so on. But, you know, we have a nice life, and I think we're all very lucky. And I always gravitated towards helping people, even, you know, within my work sort of atmosphere. So I don't know that I can really define it, but yeah, maybe helping others in some way. I haven't really got there as to what that would be yet, because things are kind of, you know, sort of still swirling through my mind as to what that might be.
And you know, this vision board, it's a fantastic place to start, right? Because even when I was creating it today, so again, I can like share pictures with you. So I have fame, reputation, clarity, integrity. And I, for example, with each picture that I have there, I also have there in a present tense what's going to happen. It's as it already is, right? So I'm confidently speaking on stage. I have 5-star reviews from satisfied customers. I already do, right? I am walking in the Hall of Fame. I am a #1 nutritionist in Switzerland. Yeah. So, ladies, I'm going to send this to the universe. Now it's up to the universe to help me with this section. Sonia, would you like to type something I never forget about you, but you know it's coming. Creating creating art. What kind of art is it? Do you like painting or what is it? Painting. Do you paint with is it this acrylic colors or how they call them? What is it, Vendula? How is it called?
Acrylic colors, yeah.
Acrylic colors, right? Watercolors, beautiful. That's nice. Yeah, I like. And what do you paint? Is it like nature or abstract? More like fashion or does it mean something else? Yes, nice. Well, then you should share it with us because now I'm curious to see it, you know, because my imagination is going like, how can that look and everything. That's nice. Like when somebody writes something, surely everybody has now a picture of what Sonia is doing. Yeah. Okay. So now we are coming, I would say, to one of the most important sections or like part of our life, and that's relationship. Yeah. Love, partnership. And I would say that there is always space for improvement, I would say, right? So if you are like on a 0 like me, that's you know, to get it to 10 is a little bit more challenging. But here I wanted to show you, because this belongs to the relationship, there is a book. It's called 5 Languages of Love. Do you all know it? No. So it's an amazing book, and I highly recommend to read it, or you can find it in any language on internet, right? It's very, very famous book. And if you are in a relationship, I would invite you with your partner to do this exercise. And it doesn't have to be only partner. Like if you have children at home, it's also good to do it with children, with like siblings, with mother, with father, with friends, with whoever you have a friendship together. Because we don't like, friendship is not only like or like relationship. It doesn't have to be only romantic relationship. It can be even friendship. So you basically ask this person, how would you rate our relationship? And you even like assure them that you are not going to like comment on it or justify it or something, so that they feel open to say it. And maybe they will say 7, right? And you don't say 7. I washed the dishes, I did this, I did that, you are rating me 7. No. And you say, okay, what do I need to do to get it from 7 to 10? Yeah, even with children. And then you let them speak, and they will maybe say, like my children would say, but you know, you always work and you never take us, for example, skiing, or you never do anything with us. That's what they always say. And then I think about it, and my intention on my vision board is then making consciously time for them. And when I'm with them, I don't do anything else, like opening nuts, cleaning the kitchen. No, I sit down and I listen. I listen to everything that they say. And when they stop talking, I still make the pause, because something else is going to come up. Yeah. And you can do this like every month, every 6 months. It's really good exercise. Ladies, I'm giving you so many homeworks, right? But remember, you have like plenty of time for this. It doesn't have to be done again. So just remember, don't react when they speak, and stop judging by your own standards, because this is what the book is about. So we all have different languages of love, and there are 5 words of affirmation. Some people want to, and it's very important for them to hear, you are amazing, I love you, you are the best, right? So it's the words of appreciation that they need. Some people absolutely appreciate quality time, and that can be that they're just sitting on the sofa together, but they're together, or they go for a walk together in a silence, but being together. It's about the energy. somebody likes physical touch, right? They will say, you know, when you are, I don't know, massaging my head, or with children, when you are giving me cuddle, when you are like doing, my son, he's 14 and he loves that every evening and every morning I go into his bed and I'm massaging, like, you know, sliding, shimmering, or how you say it, his back, right? I don't know for how long this is going to last. It's 14, but he loves it and he wants it every single day, twice a day, morning and evening. Is this ritual? So he is obviously into physical touch. Then we have act of service. And this is very interesting because that's, for example, like Simone is busy, you know, finishing some work, and then her husband would come and bring her a cup of tea and something to eat. So this is an act of service. Or he will say, do what you need. I'm going to hang the washing and put kids to bed. Act of service. Yeah. He is showing you love by doing things for you and helping you with anything, or let me, I don't know, correct the language, or like, I don't know, take something to the post office. Yeah. Act of service. And then the last one is receiving gifts. Oh, who doesn't like gifts, right? But it's maybe not your primary language, but imagine, this is not about expensive gifts, but for example, my mom's partner, they're together for 20 years. He goes to the forest and he picks for my mom's name day, which is the 26th of May, lilies of the valley. Yeah, konvalinka, it's in Czech. So he goes and he picks one by one in the forest and brings it to her. So he is giving gifts because he's showing her the love by doing these small things. Yeah. Or he would scratch the car, like the ice from the car, before she needs to go out, to show her the love. So now my question to you is, what is your love language, Vendula? Primary one. Mm-hmm.
I would say caring.
Caring. Mm-hmm.
And generosity.
Mm-hmm. And in this group, it would be like act of service.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, act of service.
Yeah, but also, at the same time, it can be, I mean, it's something I am fully aware of, that I need to set the boundaries at the same time.
Mm-hmm. And what is, for example, your partner? Can you find him there?
I would say quality time.
Quality time. Mm-hmm. Very nice. And I want to say that sometimes we don't need, so we have one primary language of love, but we can also have a second. Yeah, that's possible as well. And which language of love are you?
I'm laughing because this is my topic of decision making this year. I think it's acts of service.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. Very nice.
Because I want to see a result.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I don't just want words, I also want the action.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and do you know what? Now you got me to the good point, because when I'm saying stop judging by your own standards, sometimes in a relationship, we are expecting that people will do what is our primary language. And that's why it's important to understand what is the primary language of the other person, because they are showing us love by something else, maybe just because they want to massage our feet. That is their love. And we want them to do act of service, hang the washing, do this, do that, do that, do that, tell us that they love us. Yeah. And that's what creates the conflict. Simone, what is it for you?
I'm pretty sure it's quality time. I'm always looking for ways, whether it's with my husband or my children or all of them, to have some time out together or quality time.
And what is it for Gareth?
A lot of these, actually.
Yeah, well, isn't she lucky?
I was looking down the list and thinking, tick, tick, tick. Words of affirmation, definitely. Quality time, yes. Physical, all of that. I mean, the things you said, massaging the feet, hanging the washing. He's done both already today.
It's basically the ideal man, like universe.
Yeah, my ideal man.
This year, I'm going to have simplest person in my life. Yeah. Sonia, did Sonia type us for us already? Let me check. No. Sonia, what is your love language? Communication. So would that be, which one would that be in this group? Receiving gift, act of service, physical touch, quality time, words of affirmation. So the words of affirmation, but it's like a love, communication. Communication is nice, right? Communication is key for everything. Yeah. So ladies, I would definitely recommend this exercise for the like relationship and even with colleagues, you know. Sometimes, you know, we communicate with a colleague and they do different things and read the book. So now I come back to here. So if you already know what you want in love and relationship, put it there, because I am going to secure it with 2 of them, right? Because I'm going from 0 to 10 this year. So I created 2 for me, and I am going to put them in here because there is lots of requests. So lots of papers. There we go. So now we are moving to family. Yeah. Family, I think it's important for all of us. And it's the communication, like even now Sonia said, this word communication is very important. So it doesn't have to be only like family, like children, husband, but it can be even, again, like siblings, I don't know, grandparents, or community. If you don't have family anymore, which can also happen to some of us as it's life, it can be community, the people that are around you, right? So the group support and strength. So Vendula, is there anything in this like area of family, maybe friends, that you have on your vision board?
Yeah, for me, for this year, it's really to reconnect with my family in the Czech Republic because of the COVID. We could not see them as much as we would wish. So yeah, for me, this would be really key this year, to really have the opportunity to see them, to spend more time together.
Fantastic. And
building up community of friends, because I don't have a big family and we're all dispersed, and to have my network of people that love me and I can rely on in times of need here in Basel and in the COVID situation, because I live on my own. So.
Which is so hard, right? I think COVID was like really challenging experience for many of us. Simone, family, tell me.
I think to really make a point to spend meaningful time with my children. I do, and the COVID situation, you know, sort of really sort of highlighted the importance of that, and I do it more. It might be like making, you know, time for an hour to play Monopoly, you know, with my twins, because that's all they want to do. They just want our undivided attention of doing something fun together, and not finding other things to do that I haven't had time to do in the week, some more of that. But I also really relate to what Anne just said, because I think, you know, being out here in France, even though I'm lucky enough to have a family, I also felt isolated from friends and colleagues, because literally didn't see them. And then I actually lost contact with a few, because a lot of them are in Basel and they were relatively happy, you know, because they could mix a lot more than we could. And I started to feel a bit isolated, and then went through that process of, oh, well, who are my real friends, and do I actually spend enough time, you know, sort of nurturing those relationships, because, you know, we can all say we're busy. So I think friendship has become a lot more important to me in the last year, and I spend more time and make more effort with my friends, whether they're at a distance or nearby. They might be fewer, but, you know, really having those quality relationship, like Anne says, people you can depend on in your hours of need, and having you know, those quality chats, whether it's laughing or crying, really brought it to the fore to me in the last year or two, because I thought maybe I had a lot of friends, and actually that's not what matters. It's the quality of the friendships, and I probably have fewer quality ones, and developing that, I think, is important.
And that's nice. And there would be actually in this section, there would be nice the quote about the friendship, right? That friends are like stars. Sometimes you don't see them, but you know that they're always there. Yeah. And by the way, this presentation I'm going to send to you, right? So you will have the video and even the presentation in case you want to print it, or if you want to copy like anything from that, you absolutely can. So here is my one. So it's in the green color. And I have there under it every time written something that I want, you know, like with friends, with family. Actually, now I see that I need to update this one, but okay, family. Here we come. So now we are coming to health. That is my topic, right? A nutritionist. So I have my one, and I want to ask you as well. So it's about heart, listening to the heart. And you know, very often when we are hurt by someone, hurt people, yeah, and we don't want to bleed on anybody. So I believe it's very important to like practice even forgiveness, and it's not forgiveness towards the person that we are forgiving the person, but it's like forgiveness for us. We are releasing the person and letting go. And this can be like a romantic or colleague or somebody who hurt us. There is always somebody who said or did something that we did not resonate with. And then only when we let go of that, our heart is free, and then it brings the energy for the health. Because if we are keeping the poison in us, the anger, the negativity, Vendula can tell us more about it because she's a emotional intelligence specialist. Vendula, tell us about emotions.
That's what we call emotional bottling. Basically, it's a special term we use for this, basically, when it's not only about bottling, which means that you are hiding or you don't want to admit that you feel these emotions, but it can be also rejection, which means, for example, very often it comes from our childhood experience that we were not allowed to express some specific emotions. So yeah, emotional bottling, it's a big topic because there are some emotions that we are not very comfortable to talk about. Or maybe we were not allowed to talk about in the family. But the thing is that the more we battle, more we are harming ourselves. So in the long term, like you said, it will have a real impact on our health, not only emotional health, but also physical health, maybe sleeping also. So, and many people, they do not even, I would say, are not aware that they are basically doing this because it's a habit.
And this is actually a good point. And let me bring the slide about the conscious and unconscious mind, right? Because that's to the topic. So, you know, I'm sure that you are all aware that we have this conscious mind, and it's everything that is new to us. So, for example, if I'm for the first time in my life driving the car, I am fully present. I'm in the state of flow. I'm looking at like every light, every mark, everything. I'm thinking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just everything. I am not writing a shopping list. I am not in a shopping center, and I'm not having conversation with my friend in the head. I am fully present. After a couple of months, I can drive from A to B, not even knowing about it, because I am in my head already somewhere else. So I'm not in the present moment, because our brain doesn't want to do this hard work. So the brain learns how to do it, and then it goes on autopilot. So everything that we do in our day, 95% of the things are done on autopilot, right? everything. How you eat, drink, wipe your bum in the toilet, brush your teeth. You do everything in the same way without thinking about it. And then in your head, you are somewhere else. You are, for example, already thinking how you are going to do the presentation, how you are going to, I don't know, which shoes you are going to put on. So you are brushing the teeth, but thinking about the shoes. So you are somewhere else. Yeah. And we have this autopilot, this program, and we are actually, maybe you even caught yourself saying something that your parents were saying, something that you said, I will never do this, because you were absolutely aware that you don't like when your parents say it. And then in a critical situation, you say exactly the same thing. And that's why, because until the age of 7, everything that we see and hear, we store in a long-term memory, and that is our program. Yeah. And it's very difficult to actually change it. So the environment and the beliefs that people told us. So even if I logically know that, you know, I am not whatever, I'm not loser, just because I heard it as a child so many times, it actually might be in me. And that's what Vendula was talking about, right? And the way how you can change this, it's not just by like saying it to yourself. You have to either create a new habit. You have to catch yourself when you are just about to say it. You stop it. You remind yourself why you have done it. So you have this, okay, it's because my mother used to say this, but I will say this. And then it's like repetitive pattern. Or the second type is when you can change it when you are different waves. So, you know, we have the brain waves. We have like alpha, beta, theta, delta. So for example, beta is in our daily normal life. And then we have alpha, which is like really like state of like meditation, concentration, flow. I'm, for example, writing the presentation, and I actually don't even hear that there is some noise around me. I don't know what the people that are in the room are saying, because I am in the deep flow. That's alpha. So in alpha and theta, it's also a deep meditation, and it's actually a stage of the sleep. It's this, like when you are in the train and you drift away and you are kind of aware where you are. You know you are in the train, but you are just sleeping. You are in this light sleep. So that's theta. And in these two waves, you can reprogram the brain, because this program, it's like a tape. So when you are listening to the tape, to the music, just by shouting, no, you did not, there shouldn't be don't or doesn't. You know how in songs they sometimes like put don't and doesn't and it's in a wrong place, but that's not how you change the tape. The only way to change the tape is like, I don't know, scratch it, rewrite it, or this. And that's what you rewrite in the theta waves. Yeah. So that's the difference. And even with the bottling, you need to go to the experts like hypnotherapist or therapist or somebody who helps you and leads you through that, because I don't believe it's possible to do it on your own. So if you like catch yourself that you have this program, you are bottling, you don't know how to release the like resentment, pain, hate, like sore, broken heart, and it's taking months and like ages, then it's good to look for the professional help. Does that resonate with you? Yeah. Do you have any comments around it? No, everything is fine. Yeah. Vendula?
Yep, perfectly explained.
Perfect. Okay. So now I come back to the health. So in terms of health, is there something that you would want to improve in 2022? Vendula?
I would like to spend more time in the nature. That's something I really miss. And I didn't take time. And
I would say also every time when we are like having this intention, which is amazing to have that intention, but we said, how are you going to show to the universe that you actually have a plan for it? So do you have a plan for it? Like concrete, structured, smart plan, or you can match it on a regular basis and make it a habit to go to the nature?
Yeah, what I usually do is to schedule it to my agenda. which
Mhm.
means that, yeah, I would say my goal for this year is to at least 3 times a week to go with my partner and my daughter to at least, yeah, 1 hour, 2 hours to walk in the nature.
Fantastic. And in terms of health, is there like any goal for 2022?
Yeah, we started yesterday. Lose my 6 to 8 kilos, which I gained during home office.
Fantastic. Yeah, because Anne is in my Eat Clean Get Lean program. She is a last minute jumper into this program. She jumped in on Monday, right? And it's an amazing program. I'm like, it's my baby, right? So well done for that. Simone, is there any like health, you know?
I've got a lot, but I should first say to Anne, that's an amazing program. I did it with Blanca over a year ago and never looked back. We've like adopted such great ways of eating now. I'm not saying I'm perfect and I'm not on Blanca's level, but we have such a good diet and feel a lot of benefits from it. But yeah, on the health thing, I'm still not doing enough physical activity. I also gained quite a few kilos in the last year and a half or 2 years. And I know that the unlock to that is doing more physical activity, but that I know that also is a good way to de-stress, how important it is, you know, to keep fit. I want to tone up. I want to make yoga a habit. I started doing it in lockdown online because there was no other option. And it's been patchy. There are times I've done it 3 times a week, and then in the last 4 months I didn't do any, and now I just started again. I really felt the benefits of that. It brought me calm, kind of almost like an inner peace feeling. I felt more focused, whether it was with work and things. So I want to do meditation regularly. I've probably got too many goals, but I've got a lot for my health. Sleep better, go to bed earlier. There are definitely, I've got quite a long list in this category.
Fantastic. Sonia, and Sonia also probably wrote in the chat because I forgot to ask her. Yeah, so meditation, perfect. And there was one more like relationship, what was it? Family. I forgot to ask about the family. Is there anything about the family or community or friends that is on your goal for 2022 vision board? Friendship. Yeah, friends are just so important, right? Absolutely. Well done. Spot on. Fantastic. So I have as well my yellow, and it's health and well-being, name of my company, balance and vitality. Yeah, and I have there, I sustain bikini body. I cultivate yogic lifestyle with my friend. I connect with nature. I sustain long and lean muscles with ease. So I'm going to put it there because it's actually quite hard work as well to sustain everything, I tell you. There we go. It's starting to look nice, huh? So now we are moving to the creativity, right? Children, future. What are your dreams? What's bringing you joy, inspiration? Vendula.
Yeah, creativity. It's something that we tend to forget when we grew up. But yeah, I used to love drawing as well when I was younger, but something I put completely apart as an adult. But now with my daughter, I found out that it's really something that recharges me. It's like, yeah, why not to take it as an opportunity to start again?
Very nice. Yeah. And what is creativity for you, or future, children, joy, inspiration?
I'm not sure. Well, I see it as creative. I want to learn to horse ride. It creative in the way that I let my mind go. It's in the moment with the animal, and being there in nature, and just, yeah, it is creativity, I suppose.
It
and
is,
creativity
yes,
in
yes.
nature. Let's rename it like that.
Yeah, because it's anything that gets you into the state of flow. For somebody, it's playing piano. For somebody, it's painting. For somebody, it's cooking. because even cooking, it's creativity, making, baking cakes or decorating the house, gardening. That it's also very creative. So
that was also one of my goals, growing vegetables.
oh, very nice. Yeah.
So it's either cleaning horses, which I like grooming, or growing vegetables.
Or both of it, right?
Or both.
If you put these pictures on it, and you can say, you can even grow the vegetable, so in a balcony, so it's just watering it in the evening and saying every weekend or like twice a week, I will go to like reconnect with horses. Everything is possible. Simone, what is it for you?
Another one I'd not really thought about much. I tried over a year ago to start dancing again. I used to dance a lot in my younger years, and before I had my twins, in my 30s, I was still dancing, and I really, really miss it. But now in my late 40s, I'm like, oh, am I too old for this now? I don't know, but it's something I still really miss doing. So if there was something from my heart that I'd say on the creative side, it'd probably to do some form of dance, even if it was like fitness dance. I just love that. We started to grow for the first time some vegetables as well during the lockdowns, and that's a really great thing to do as a family, and for the children, they see like the fruit of their efforts, and that's lovely too. They're the first two things that come to mind.
Yeah, I think it's amazing that we are coming up with all these ideas. So even if you are not creating the vision board today, you are already doing that massive homework of thinking about it. Yeah. And I really recommend, if you find time at the weekend, to listen to it once more and then take really action of finding some pictures. So Sonia, would you like to type it? Or let's see if Sonia already... so she sent us a picture. Let me download the picture. Modern chic vision board. Okay, I have to save it. Let me see if it opens now. Let me see it. Wow, consistency vision board, nice. So it's all these dresses, beautiful. So here is, it's like a ballet dancer, right? That is stretching down. Then is that like perfumes and roses? What does it mean to you? Is it like the smell of the roses that you like, or is it the color? And this pivuan, or how is it called? Pivoňky, it's in Czech. Pivuan, these ones, beautiful. Oh, I love the smell of them. And then, yeah, relationship and traveling. Is this Paris, or where is the town? Let me see now, lots of questions to Sonia. So let's see if she's going to tell us, if she's going to reveal. That's a really nice. I like even the tone and tone colors. It's beautiful. And the mandala behind it. With love, white sofas. So natural beauty. Traveling. And a specific destination. Looks like Paris, but no specific. But try, Sonia, because sometimes, when we choose like some destination, it helps the universe to help us to really make it true. Perfect. So let me just go back to my presentation. Okay, so that was about creativity. So I actually, for creativity, I put there like a future. So for me, the future and the creativity is actually that house in Brela. So it's a new holiday home in Croatia that I am going to buy, and I swim there around the stone. I enjoy brunch with the sea view. I watch the shooting stars from my bedroom, and I enjoy the sunset and the sound of the sea. So that's my creativity, which I need to put in here. because the relationship is taking way too much space. And then we, for example, so yeah, we have there like travel. So I don't have like anything for creativity, but I have there like this travel. With the travel, actually for travel, I had, looks like I did not print it, but I don't see it here. But for travel, I definitely had. Okay, so with, oh no, I have adventure and travel as well, right? So for example, I have adventure dream destination, which for me is Peru. I go in February. So I have here like Rainbow Mountain, and I'm climbing the Machu Picchu in March. And in September, I'm going to see the Northern Lights in Iceland. And then, of course, when I'm buying this house, it's in May and in August. So I basically, all my travels for the whole year I have on this paper. So, Vendula, do you have any travel plans?
Yeah, I promised my daughter to bring her for her 10th birthday to Paris.
To Paris.
So, yeah.
When
we
do
are
you
going,
go? Which months do you already have a plan?
Yeah, it's already on the schedule. We will go in May.
Whoa, nice.
Yeah, and I promised her to get the hotel in the city center. And yeah, she has her favorite pastry shops. So yeah,
wow,
we are going
it's going to be nice.
Yeah, visit and enjoy the moment.
I actually
together.
did the same when my daughter had 10th birthday. I took her to the concert of Maître Games in
excellent.
Stade de France. So we spent 3 days. We went by train from Basel, and we spent 3 days in Paris together. It was very nice. Yeah, I will never forget it. It was very nice goal. And what is it for you? Like traveling? Do you have any plans?
Next week I'm going to Crans, Montana.
Oh, nice. Skiing?
No, I don't ski, but for my birthday I want to go on a husky sleigh sledge thing.
Yeah, wow. Husky is powerful.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to be near the sea this year because I got like one dip in the beginning of October. I went to Italy last year, and the weather wasn't good. So 2 weeks near in the sea, near the sea, in my favorite country, Spain. That's it.
Spain is your favorite country. Nice. Yeah, beautiful. Simone, are there any travel plans for you?
A lot of wishes. Yeah, before COVID happened, we'd started making a bit of a list with the children. We bought a world map, put it on the wall, a bit like the one you often have in your background.
Yeah.
And we put a post-it on there, and everybody in the family kind of put like their top country or continent they'd like to visit, but that might be restricted this year. Like Anne, we really miss the sea, and I grew up by the sea and haven't been there for a long time. So we really want to get to Cyprus. This year we've not really set our sights on anything outside Europe because unfortunately kind of limited our expectations. But if we got to Cyprus and maybe Italy, which is another postponed trip from 2 years ago, then that'd be fantastic. Be very happy with that.
And the universe is now listening to us, and it's all going to happen. But you must put it on the vision board, and you must write it in a present tense, and preferably even say, in July, we are going to, and you put there the town, in this hotel, and this is what we do, right? And that's it. Sonia, so you said there is no specific destination for you, right? Because when I was asking you about the traveling, there is traveling. Let me see what Sonia answered. In August in the mountains. Fantastic. So hiking, yeah. Wandern. Nice. Okay. So then we come to career. Let me see. She answered something else. Celebration. Very nice. What will you celebrate? Or is it the 1st of April, 1st of August is the celebration in Switzerland, right? Or maybe there is another special celebration like wedding. Ooh, Would be nice. Ah, with birthday. Well, it's going to be definitely nice. So it must be on your vision board. And ladies, we want to see your vision boards. That's your homework, right? It doesn't have to be at the weekend. It can be even in 1 month, 2 months, whenever you feel ready. If you could take picture and send it to me and Vendula, we would be very happy.
Yes, please.
Yeah, that's important for us. So with the career, mission, life journey, purpose, and courage, do you have a courage to make a shift and follow your dreams? Because very often I have many clients that actually do the job for the sake of money, but they don't enjoy it. And if you heard the video that I was filming with these 3 powerful questions that I asked myself when I changed the career, and it was, if this was the last day of my life, am I doing what I love to do? And I can every single day answer yes. So even by being here with you, and this is my job, right? I love it and I enjoy it, right? It's not like a work that I have to, it's I want to. So my answer even tonight will be yes. And if I had millions of Swiss francs on my account, would I do what I do? And the answer would be again yes, because I would do this even for free, right? So if you ask yourself like this, and if the answer is no, what is it that you would want to do? And the psychologists usually say that whatever you love doing at the age of 7, it's what is your like true calling. So maybe if you want to reflect about it, like at home, what did you like doing when you were 7? Yeah, and we'll be happy to hear it. So Vendula, is there anything about the career, your mission, life journey?
Yeah, I mean, you know that emotional intelligence is my passion, so it's something I want to continue to spread the word and bring the value, inspire people. And yeah, last year I decided also to sign a contract for Switzerland with a small Czech business, which was also for me important to basically support small Czech businesses from my native country. So this is something I need to expand, and because I didn't have much time to work on it as I would wish. So yeah, it's my #1 priority in my career.
That's nice. And it's going to happen. Is it on your vision board?
Definitely.
It's And is there anything with your career, mission, life vision that in 2022 you want to move or progress in?
Yeah, I want to be self-employed in my coaching business.
That's very nice. Very nice. Yeah. Simone.
I don't know, because about 6 or 7 years ago, I made a big change with my career. I qualified as a lawyer, but late in life. I was kind of halfway there for most of my years. And that was a massive decision because, you know, it wasn't easy with the children were still young and I had to go over to London a lot to qualify and train. So I feel like I already did a lot, but that interesting question you asked, if I won the lottery, would I carry on doing the job I'm doing? Probably not.
And what would you do?
Charity work.
Charity work.
Yeah, and obviously, you know, that won't pay the bills and get, you know, my children through education or support them that way. But I've thought about it a lot. Yeah. But I think it's something if I can make myself find the time to do, I can do alongside the day job I do. I just think I get a lot of fulfillment from it, and that, you know, if my kids can do a bit of that work or see me doing some of that work, it's a good role model, and teach them some things as well. And I think there's a lot of people in need in different ways, and I don't know, it just feels like a bit of a calling.
But you could work as a lawyer for a charity and basically help those ones that don't have, and it's actually very well paid. Do you know that charities pay really well, right? I was like surprised by finding out charities pay very, very well. So they get actually quite a big budget for this. So maybe with some synchronicity, suddenly on a LinkedIn, there will pop up the, offer, and maybe you will apply for it and you would like it. You never know. Because the thing is that we always like the safe income. I, for example, absolutely don't earn what I used to earn in Novartis and Panalpina, right? So in my own business, I spend more in investing into websites and like giving stuff for free than making. But for me, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday are the same days. But it wasn't before. I was praying for Friday evening, right? And I hated Monday mornings. So I had the money on the account, but deeply inside, I wasn't happy. And if it was the last day of my life, it was a misery because I had to sit somewhere for 8 hours and do something that did not fulfill me. Yeah. So sometimes, the money doesn't balance the inner calling. Yeah? But everything that is supposed to happen and come always comes. Sonia, is there anything with career that you would want to change, or more creativity? That's very nice. Yeah, beautiful. Perfect. So then we have a last one, and it's wisdom, self-improvement, inner knowledge. It's like this stillness, introspection. So it can be like a meditation, but it can be even, self-development progress. So like, for example, Anne, when she did this coaching training, that's a lot of studying. Or when Simone was changing her career and had to do lots of studying, or Vendula or me, right? So we are in this. Is there anything else, any area that you feel like you would want to improve for your own personal development, Vendula?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I would say I would like to read more again, because with the business, I didn't really have time to, to spend this time on reading the inspirational books, because I really focused on, I would say, the books I needed to for my work and for my expertise knowledge. So yeah, really to integrate, like you said, Paulo Coelho, and Alchemist. It's a wonderful book. So it's something I would love to return back and spend time again, also to enjoy this inspirational reads.
Yeah, because it motivates us so much, like, especially like this Alchemist. I highly recommend everyone to read it. It's an amazing book, right? And what is it for you in this wisdom blue color?
The same as Vendula, because
Reading.
I don't have. Well, I keep falling asleep when I try and read a book because I'm so tired. So I've actually implemented. I'm taking a longer lunch break, and then I take a half an hour nap, and I self-care myself with a book.
That's very nice. And have you tried audiobooks?
No, but that would be a good idea.
Podcasts, it's also like kind of education. It's so many podcasts that are like motivating, and audiobooks. Fantastic. You just go for a walk and somebody's reading it for you, and you can still enjoy the beautiful nature and absorb all that knowledge that fulfills you as you are walking. Simone, what is it for you?
Reading, yoga, and meditation. I would say.
Fantastic. That's amazing. Welcome to my house for a private yoga and meditation. I will teach you.
With pleasure.
Yeah, when you collect the supplements. Yeah, so we will schedule. Sonia, what is it for you? Meditation and yoga. Fantastic. Well, ladies, but I do teach, and I have even group yoga classes. So if you are interested, you can ever join me. So I also have a wisdom, inner knowledge. So for example, for me, I'm going to now pay for the hormonal therapy training, because then it's going to be covered by the Swiss health insurance, and I can basically teach yoga, the hormonal yoga therapy for the perimenopause and menopause. So that's basically what I'm going to do in 2022. And I'm also going to certify as a face yoga teacher, because my face started going down and getting this like saggy skin, and I don't want it. And I want to teach women in my mastermind, Unlock the Secrets of Anti-Aging, how to basically massage it, right? And how to do the exercises to build the 23 muscles that we have in our face. So that's basically the registration. That is the worldwide with the complementary therapist. So that's me. And it's coming right here. So my vision board is complete. Hopefully you have lots of ideas, but don't worry, this is not the end, because we still have about like 15 minutes. And I want to go through this, like other questions that you can ask yourself, right? So I suggest that you choose maybe like 4 categories where you go really specific into like details. So for example, for me, as I said, love and relationship, because I'm on a 0, that's why I have 2, because that's what I have to build. Emotional life, because I want to also forgive and let go some of the emotional baggage that I'm carrying. Parenting, I want to be even better mom and spend more time with my children. And then career and finances, because obviously I need to turn this business into another level. So these are kind of like my 4. So even though I have created the vision boards for all of them, these 4 will be with other specific goals that are absolutely crucial for me. So I would invite you to also think about 4 that are major for you. Yeah. And here I also want to mention this like possibility and probability. So as Nelson Mandela says, it seems impossible until it's done. So everything is actually possible. And it seems to us like a big chunk. And there is a beautiful story of a boy that walks through the forest with the horse. And the boy says, I can't see us going through the forest. And the horse asks, can you see the next step? And the boy says, yes. And he said, so just take the next step. Yeah. So I would say even this, if you create a goal and you cannot see it through, just chunk it into small steps that are achievable, and go as you progress with the months, because everything is possible and probable as well. Here we already spoke about this. I invite you to do the exercise with everybody who you love. Now we also know about this, like also perceived reality, because everything that is in our life, it's only illusion. It is our perspective. So for example, when I have sometimes clients and they tell me, but we always have family dinner and we all eat the same. This is their perception and their limiting belief that things have to be done like this, because it doesn't have to be done like this. So shifting the perception, right, and getting away from your illusion might help you to change. And then also here I want to mention that when we talk in this present tense, like as we already have it, so this is this act as if. So for example, if you don't like exercising, but it's raining outside and you know you need to go for a run because that's what is on your vision board, right? So you visualize yourself how you're running fast, right? And when you feel it, the brain doesn't know that it's illusion. The brain thinks that it's real, and it's going to prepare the chemical cocktail in every cell in your body. It's going to already speed up the heart. It's going to warm up the muscles. This is this power of the belief. Yeah. So always acting as if it already is. And even yesterday, I mentioned what you can do with the meditation, because many of you mentioned meditation. You can listen to these tracks that are in the alpha brainwaves or the theta brainwaves, because when you are listening to it, these brainwaves are going to synchronize with your brain, and it's going to change the mood for you just by listening to these tracks. You find them on Spotify, you find them on iPhone or whatever, everywhere. Yeah. Then these are basically, I love this picture because it is really about the perception. And very often we just see it from another angle. And I would invite you, even when you have like partner or somebody, and they're saying something that you don't agree with, that you look at it from their point of view, and you will suddenly understand why is it. And you can connect it even with the languages of love. And then the second picture that I absolutely love is that people give up very easily. Yeah. And they give up just as when they were about to get to that point that they want. So every time when you want to give up doing yoga because you say, because I don't have time, or because it's hard, or because it's whatever, remember this and you say no. When it's getting difficult, I'm almost at the destination. This is in the book of Alchemist as well, right? When the alchemist is saying the universe will start throwing the obstacles your way to test you if you really want this goal. So when it gets hard, believe you are the destination is just around the corner. Yeah. So that's what I wanted to share with you. And as Tony Robbins always says, where the focus goes, energy flows. And you can use these quotes everywhere as well. And only you create your perception and reality. That's nobody else. And whatever you believe expands. Yeah, it's going to happen. And then there is this law of attraction and manifestation. So we attract into our life people that are supposed to teach us something. Sometimes it's good people, sometimes it's bad people. And the bad ones, the pain is the biggest teacher. What you give is what you get. So when you are like negative and full of anger, you are going to be surrounded by people that are like this as well, right? If you are giving love, sharing the value, supporting, helping, help is going to come to you. Never give up. You can't give what you don't have, right? So when people are promising thousands of things what they are going to do and they don't even have it, that's also not good. It's also with love. So you cannot give love if you don't have it for yourself. And that is this like phrase, the self-love. You hear it everywhere. But if you truly love yourself, you invest into yourself and you find time for yourself. And as they say in the airplane, first you have to put the mask on you and then help the others. But unfortunately, we so much want to give, like for our children, for the partner, for the work, finish this case, finish this, finish that we forget about ourselves. But we need to put the energy into our body so that we can give. And then I put here, stop breathing on people that didn't cut you, right? Because somebody makes you angry and then you go to another person and you put all that hatred on them. I can see it like with me, like sometimes when I stress, then I overreact on my children, but they didn't cut me and I'm bleeding on them. So I remind myself these phrases. Vendula, is there anything that you would want to add?
Yeah, I would say that what also always nice to remember is when we go through some challenging moments in our life, it's always nice to remember to really focus on what we can control. Mm-hmm. And then let go of what we can't control, what is out of our control.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Is there any quote for you that you use on your vision board that is empowering you to keep going?
For me, it was believe in your possibilities to figure things out.
Very nice. Yeah. Because we can always figure things out if we like really believe that it's possible.
This is something for me which was very important in building the business.
And is there anything for you, anything that resonates?
From this list or generally?
In general, you can even share with us what is your favorite quote that you remind yourself, or which would be on your vision board, for example.
I don't actually have one that comes to mind, but it's about, I think it's like about determination. If you know your objective, you'll get to the end. You'll get to the end of the path. It's whatever you want, you will achieve.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, because everything is possible. I shared with you even this link for the quotes. I like reading through them, and then some of them I'm like putting. I actually have it everywhere in the house, even in the toilet, the stairs, bedrooms, like everywhere. You can actually even see my keywords in here. Simone, is there like anything that resonates with you?
I also don't have a quote to mind, but I know this one I used to keep before I had an update on my computer on a electronic post-it, and it was about worry, because I tend to over worry about things and can be a bit anxious sometimes, and it was along the lines of if it's something you can't control anyway, then it's not worth worrying about. It's about, you know, trying, like I think like Vendula was saying, you know, things within your sphere of influence, things you can control, you know, they're the things to focus on. Things that either aren't going to change or that you can't control anyway, stop worrying about. I still need to practice that, but it really resonated with me.
That's very good. And I actually teach my clients when I do tapping. So we are doing tapping. I refuse to stress myself about things I cannot control or change. And you repeat it. I refuse to stress myself about things I cannot control or change, because you are tapping into this meridians, right? And you are letting go of like any stress, worry, anxiety. This is a brilliant phrase, and I'm actually going to share it with you as well. Sonia. Sonia already wrote. Where the focus goes, energy flows. That's a nice one, right? Yeah, that's true. We can get absolutely energized by that. Yeah, so I invite you to find your own quotes that resonate with you. Let me go to the next slide. So here, that's what I will not go through everything into details, but when you are reading through this presentation, that would be questions that you can ask yourself, because this is what I often see. Yeah. So knowing that you are not your body and you are not your mind, you actually have the soul. And then you also have this voice, this inner critic in you that is always telling you that whatever you think you want to do is not possible. Yeah. So you just have to recognize it, because you cannot tame it. It's never going to go, but you can ignore it. Like you don't hear the planes flying over your head because you just don't focus on it. I would say that it is all about the self-awareness. And I would ask you the question, if you are like judging yourself, because very often we give ourselves names, like you say, oh, I'm so stupid, I forgot it again. Or you look into the mirror and say, well, look at yourself. You are so fat. Yesterday you said that you are going to go on a diet, and again today you failed. You are a loser, right? So we can speak like this to ourselves. We would never say it to our friend, never ever. So I would invite you to speak to yourself like to your best friend. And then, are you giving yourself labels? Because sometimes we say, but I'm a mom, I cannot go dancing. But I have a husband, I cannot go for a dinner with a colleague. You know, it's just these things that we label ourselves with something, and we say that for this reason we cannot do it. And then how to maintain the emotional balance. So Vendula could tell us something about this.
Yeah, I think all of us, like you said, we all have this judge inside of us. It's part of us, but it's very important to have this self-awareness. And when we go through, for example, some stressful moment, it's really to take a moment, instead of directly reacting, to really stop and reflect. You know, how do I'm talking about to myself? Is there any story behind? Because this story is very often related to this past labeling we could even experience when we were a child. And you can even ask yourself, is it kind and allowing the way I'm talking to myself?
Mm-hmm.
So for me, the self-awareness and the present moment, and really taking time to reflect before you speak or you react, to really explore what's behind. Is there any past story behind? Because like you said, very often we also have these emotional baggages we are taking with us, sometimes from our childhood or when we were teenagers. So
yeah, that's true. And even about this personal authenticity, right? Because I remember when I was working, for example, in Novartis, right? So it's HR Global Mobility. I was like, it was expected that I will behave in certain way, dress in certain way, do things as everybody else is doing. So even if I did not want to do it, when you are working in a corporate environment, you have to do what you are told to do. So I couldn't really be authentic. And I also remember that, you know, I had like small kids and I just wanted for some reason to present only good things that are happening to me. So when I came after the weekend and everybody said, how was your weekend? I described it in a magnificent way. Oh, we went like, you know, camping with my children. The sun was shining. Everything was amazing. Yeah. I didn't say to people that I was until midnight packing the car. Then the kids were crying, vomiting and everything. My husband at the time was cycling and all I did was just running around the car, feeding them. Then I came absolutely exhausted on Sunday evening, unpacking the car so that I can sit on Monday there with them. Yeah. So now if I speak to people, I can say, or I say things, whatever is happening to me. I don't have to play this super woman, you know, scenario. So that's the personal authenticity that before I wanted to show only the best part of myself and hearing how good I am, but now I don't need this anymore. Yeah. So I want to be true to myself. Any comments to this, anybody? And yeah.
Kind of in the same situation at the moment.
Yeah. Believe it, there is a way out of it. That is really, yeah. So perfect. Simone?
Yeah, ditto. I totally hear what you're saying. It's like that, you know, if someone says to you, how are you at work? You have to say, oh, good, how are you?
Yeah.
And you might be having, you know, the shittiest day.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, and it's not that you want to pour all your woes on somebody, but it's a hard thing to find that authenticity in certain environments, I think. And I struggle with it a lot as well. And yeah, I kind of miss just feeling totally at ease to be me the whole time, and then you worry if I'm me, well, that might not be the mold. And yeah, it's a struggle I think a lot of us face.
Yeah, this vulnerability, like that we can really open and say whatever we want, right? It is actually hard because we all want to be perfect. We want to seem perfect and give good impressions to people, but at some point, if you like give up all of this, I can actually go even shopping and I go or walking the dogs in pajama, right? And I meet people and I just don't care. I'm just in pajama. It doesn't like bother me at all what people think about me. Like nothing. It's so liberating. Like when you can do these things and just not worry about it at all. Sonia, is there anything that you want to share with us? Yeah. She knows what we mean. Yeah, we all went through that. We all go, but nobody speaks about it. Yeah, we all have problems in some area of our life. So here are other questions that you can read about the self-reflection, and then maybe like implement it, because here is a picture how we put different masks on us, whether we are at work, whether we are parents, whether we do this and that. And it's just good to know who is actually under the mask. Who am I? What do I really want? And getting back to the childhood, like when you were really 7 years old, what you loved, what you dreamed about. All of this. It's beautiful exercises, just like reflecting about it when you go for a walk. Here is an amazing exercise. And this is actually called I'm Enough. And it is from a very famous hypnotherapist, Marisa Peer. I paid the course with her. I absolutely loved it. And I do it nearly every morning. And she says, write it on the mirror for 30 days and you will see the difference. Because even if you don't read it, the conscious mind, the 5%, your subconscious mind is reading it every time when you see it. I had it on smoothie maker. I had it on the mirror. I had it everywhere. And after 30 days, magic happened, right? So definitely try it. And here is this phrase that you can even maybe have on your, or quote that you can have on your vision board. I love myself and I accept myself every day in every way. And you can repeat it like affirmation. I love myself and I accept myself every day in every way. More you repeat it, more you believe it. Because remember, the mind, whatever you say there, every cell is going to react to it. Yeah, it's beautiful. Repeating it, repeating it, repeating it. So think about what are your talents, what you are good at, because everybody is good at something special. And create already this image of yourself, the future self. And you can even write a letter to your future self. So that would be basically, you are writing everything as it already happened. You write it for the next year. And then you can even send this letter to yourself and read it next year, right? So I enjoyed hiking on Machu Picchu in March. The weather was so beautiful. And the people I met there were now my best friends. Yeah? Or I decorated the new house that I bought in August in Croatia. The only thing I'm missing is a lovely painting that blah blah blah, right? I'm just basically creating it as it already is. So try to write this letter to yourself or imagine it as it already is. And in more details you go, even about the partner. Last weekend we were walking with Pietro in the mountains and he picked this beautiful flower for me, for example. Yeah, so amazing exercises. And the last exercise that we are going to do today is a doorway drill. And I absolutely love this. So you basically, the dictionary that I shared with you, you can play there with words, just in case it's difficult. You decide when you are leaving the door, how you want to feel in the world. So for example, I like to start everything with the same letter. So for me, it's smart, sexy, and successful. That's when I go out. And then when I coming in to stay with my children, I want to be loyal, loving, and laughing. Yeah. So what energy do I carry out? And what energy do I then bring in? So if you would like to play with these adjectives, here I'm actually explaining, what it actually means for me. I think it's good for everybody to know the meaning. So for me, the word smart is like, this sharp mind, and I want to be stylish and sexy. It doesn't mean only like being sexy for men, but it's more like, sensual and glamorous and desirable, attracting. It's almost like a magnet. I want to be a magnet for men and women because they like my energy and they want to be around me. Yeah. And success, of course, this word for everybody, it means something else. So for me, it's of course like, this prosperity, and I want to be rich with knowledge and wisdom, but of course, even attracting money. Yeah. And success, according to my favorite guru, Tony Robbins, is doing what you want, when you want, with whom you want, and as much as you want. That is success. And going inside the house, loyal. So I want to be reliable, always true to myself and to my family. I want to have this unconditional love for my kids. I don't want to criticize them for something that in my eyes is not good, because they are on their path starting. They have to make mistakes. I want to be like lively, entertaining, laughing at home, but even with you, you are in my home just now. So I am very curious with which words you come, and just like share them with us. Vendula, do you have your doorway drill?
Actually, I do, but I have it in a different way, which I learned from my mentor, which is basically 3 words you basically live by. So my 3 words are caring, generous, and inspirational.
Nice. Yeah.
And basically it's words I detect my key values and I basically live by.
Very nice as well. Yeah. And we were even talking about in the first session, we were talking about the like one keyword.
Yeah.
for the vision board of 2020? For me, it was freedom. For you, it was
Resilience.
resilience. Ladies, do you have any word that is key for you for this year? And
Freedom.
freedom as well. Fantastic. Simone.
Probably caring, whether it's
Caring.
about like self-care and care for others around me, friends and family and children.
Very nice. Sonia, let's see. Consistency. Ah, that's a really, really good word. Yes. And as you can see, I actually have this word and I have consistency is a number one. Then I have discipline, focus, awareness, action, passion, patience, and perseverance. Start with the end in mind, here and now, and enjoy the journey. These are the words. It's here for years, right? So I read these ones like all the time, that I want to be consistent, aware, action, passion, here and now, and just enjoying the journey. And I definitely enjoyed the journey with you tonight. And we are at the end of this presentation, so I will send it to you. I hope that now you have lots of, you know, inspiration and even motivation to create your vision board and place it in the place that resonates with you. And Vendula, is there anything else you would want to add to this wonderful evening that we had?
Yeah, I would like just to thank everyone for a great participation and inspiration as well. And yes, please send us your vision boards. That would really matter to us. And
Yeah. And
Do you want me to say something?
yeah, for the end, like if you want to,
Yeah.
if you want to share some like moment or
Right. So I'm really inspired. I really don't like these long workshops in the evening because I generally drop dead because I started at 7 this morning. But I am so energized. I mean, I've got another call now, but I am so energized. I found it really, really motivating and so much information, and I just loved how you put it together, and it's just got so much so much detail, and I'm just gonna take my time now to digest. Thank you very much.
Thank you as well. Beautiful words. Simone.
Yeah, same here. It was wonderful. I think I asked myself a lot of questions that I either never have or haven't for a lot of years. So I think I'll benefit a lot from focusing on some of these areas. And, you know, at the end of the day, it's kind of what gives you fulfillment and some happiness in your life. So I'm really looking forward to, you know, like you say, digesting and coming up with my own vision board. And for sure, I'll share it with you. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you. Sonia, is there anything that Sonia is going to say to us? Thank you. Love it. Oh, thank you, Sonia. Thank you. It means a lot to us. And I highly appreciate that you take like 2 hours of your time in the evening, because I know how tiring it is. So massive thank you. And we are so much looking forward with Vendula to see your vision boards. Have an amazing evening, ladies.
You too, and thank you both so much.
have a wonderful evening,
Thank you
everyone.
very much.
Thank
Have a
you.
good evening, and we'll send you all the stuff. And
Yeah,
thank you so
Vendula will
much.
send it. Vendula will be sending everything as well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye, ladies.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.